Good morning. This is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 236 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be August 24th if you're starting at the new year. Reversing effect and cause. Without a cause there can be no effects, and yet without effects there is no cause. The cause a cause is made by its effects. The mother is a mother by her child. Effects do not create their cause, but they establish its causation. Thus, the child gives motherhood to her Creator and receives the gift that she has given her. It is because she is God's child that she must also be a mother, who creates as God created her. The circle of creation has no end. Its starting and its ending are the same. But in itself it holds the universe of all creation without beginning and without an end. Motherhood is creation. Love must be extended. Purity is not confined. It is the nature of the innocent to be forever uncontained, without a barrier or limitation. Thus is purity not of the body, nor can it be found where limitation is. The body can be healed by its effects, which are as limitless as is itself. Yet must all healing come about because the mind is recognized as not within the body, and its innocence is quite apart from it, and where all healing is. Where then is healing? Only where its cause is given its effects. For sickness is a meaningless attempt to give effects to causelessness and make it be a cause. Always in sickness does the child of God attempt to make herself her cause, and not allow herself to be her mother's child. For this impossible desire, she does not believe that she is love's effect, and must be cause because of what she is. The cause of healing is the only cause of everything. It has but one effect, and in that recognition, causelessness is given no effects, and none is seen. A mind within a body, and a world of other bodies, each with separate minds, are your creations, you the other mind, creating with effects unlike yourself. And as their mother, you must be like them. Nothing at all has happened but that you have put yourself to sleep and dreamed a dream in which you were an alien to yourself, and but a part of somebody else's dream. The miracle does not awaken you, but merely shows you who the dreamer is. It teaches you there is a choice of dreams while you are still asleep, depending on the purpose of your dreaming. Do you wish for dreams of healing or for dreams of death? A dream is like a memory in that it pictures what you wanted shown to you. An empty storehouse with an open door holds all your shreds of memories and dreams. Yet if you are the dreamer, you perceive this much at least, that you have caused the dream and can accept another dream as well. But for this change in content of the dream, it must be realized that it is you who dreamed the dreaming that you do not like. It is but an effect that you have not caused, and you would not be cause of this effect. In dreams of murder and attack, are you the victim in a dying body slain? But in forgiving dreams, is no one asked to be the victim and the sufferer. These are the happy dreams, the miracle exchanges for your own. It does not ask you to make another, only that you see you made the one you would exchange for this. This world is causeless, as is every dream that anyone has dreamed within the world. No plans are possible, and no design exists that could be found and understood. What else could be expected from a thing that has no cause? Yet if it has no cause, it has no purpose. You may cause a dream, but never will you give it real effects, for that would change its cause, and this you cannot do. The dreamer of a dream is not awake, but does not know she sleeps. She sees illusions of herself as sick or well, depressed or happy, but without a stable cause with guaranteed effects. The miracle establishes you dream a dream, and that its content is not true. This is a crucial step in dealing with illusions. No one is afraid of them when she perceives she made them up. The fear was held in place because she did not see that she was the author of the dream and not a figure in the dream. She gives herself the consequences that she dreams she gave her sister, and it is but this the dream has put together and has offered her to show her that her wishes have been done. Thus, she does fear her own attack, but sees it at another's hands. As victim, she is suffering from its effects, but not their cause. She authored not her own attack, and she is innocent of what she caused. The miracle does nothing but to show her that she has done nothing. What she fears is cause without the consequences that would make it cause, and so it never was. The separation started with the dream the mother was deprived of her effects, and powerless to keep them since she was no longer their creator. In the dream, the dreamer made herself, but what she made has turned against her, taking on the role of its creator, as the dreamer had. And as she hated her creator, so the figures in the dream have hated her. Her body is their slave, which they abuse because the motives she has given it have they adopted as their own, and hate it for the vengeance it would offer them. It is their vengeance on the body which appears to prove the dreamer could not be the maker of the dream. Effect and cause are first split off and then reversed, so that effect becomes a cause, the cause effect. This is the separation's final step, with which salvation, which proceeds to go the other way, begins. This final step is an effect of what has gone before, appearing as a cause. The miracle is the first step in giving back to cause the function of causation, not effect. For this confusion has produced the dream, and while it lasts will awakening be feared, nor will the call to awakening be heard, because it seems to be the call to fear. Like every lesson that the Holy Spirit requests you learn, the miracle is clear. It demonstrates what she would have you learn and shows you its effects are what you want. In her forgiving dreams are the effects of yours undone, and hated enemies perceived as friends with merciful intent. Their enmity is seen as causeless now, because they did not make it. And you can accept the role of maker of their hate, because you see that it has no effects. Now are you freed from this much of the dream. The world is neutral, and the bodies that still seem to move about as separate things need not be feared, and so they are not sick. The miracle returns the cause of fear to you who made it, but it also shows that having no effects, it is not cause, because the function of causation is to have effects, and where effects are gone, there is no cause. Thus is the body healed by miracles, because they show the mind made sickness and employed the body to be victim or effect of what it made. Yet half the lesson will not teach the whole. The miracle is useless if you learn but that the body can be healed, for this is not the lesson it was sent to teach. The lesson is the mind was sick that thought the body could be sick. Projecting out its guilt caused nothing and had no effects. This world is full of miracles. They stand in shining silence next to every dream of pain and suffering, of sin and guilt. They are the dream's alternative, the choice to be the dreamer rather than deny the active role in making up the dream. They are the glad effects of taking back the consequence of sickness to its cause. The body is released because the mind acknowledges, this is not done to me, but I am doing this. And thus the mind is free to make another choice instead. Beginning here, salvation will proceed to change the course of every step in the descent to separation until All the steps have been retraced, the ladder gone, and all the dreaming of the world undone. Today's reading explains how the purpose of the miracle is to show us that this life is a dream, and it allows us to be like the lucid dreamer who does not feel anymore a victim of what shows up in the dream. Somebody who becomes a lucid dreamer is able to control their dream and not feel like they are being controlled. I have not had this experience very much, but I understand that it can be exhilarating. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel empowered. It makes you feel that you are not the victim of senseless happenings, which our dreams tend to be full of. And spoiler alert, what we thought was real life also. Here it says, these are the happy dreams the miracle exchanges for your own. It does not ask you make another. So we're not being asked to make more illusions. Just be open to an exchange being made and trusting that it will be something better. So this, again, points to how the miracle is not something we control. It's something that we create an opening for, and the Holy Spirit controls it. The Holy Spirit is completely in control of the miracle because we don't understand the nature of reality, and the Holy Spirit does. All we're being asked to do is disbelieve in reality, disbelieve that we are a victim, to give it to the Holy Spirit, invite the Holy Spirit to judge it for us and to heal us, and leave the space open and trust. That trust comes as we practice this more and more and find that it yields beautiful things. And the more you do it, the more convincing it is, because the beautiful things, you're like, hey, I know I did not make that happen. That was truly beautiful and wonderful. And wow, I'm just in awe of how that went down. And I know that wasn't me. So this isn't about trying to manifest specific things. This isn't about, using techniques or magic to try to create exactly this vision that you have in mind. No, it's about, well, first of all, when we really get that this is an illusion and that there's nothing in it that we could actually want, but we have to be real. We do believe that it's real. We do want things in it. We can't deny that that's true, but it softens when we go through the exercises of being willing to see it as meaningless. And it's in that softening, it's in that open space that the miracle blooms without our control and provides us a dream that was not the one that we were planning on. It's not the one we were so carefully designing and drafting out in our plans and our preparations. No, it's something we didn't think of, we didn't see coming. It's serendipitous. The miracle simply teaches us that there is a choice of dreams while we're still asleep. The miracles don't wake us up, they just offer us sweeter dreams. And not just us alone, they offer everyone sweeter dreams, because we're all one, and we are all healed together. This text reading explains that in the dream illusion, we are dreaming that we are the creator, but then the creation turns on us. Again, it's that same theme because of all the unprocessed guilt that calls for punishment, because deep down, when you feel guilty, deep down, you want to be punished. It says, as we hated our creator, so the figures in our dream have hated us. What can it be but hate for the original creator, for us to try to put ourselves in place and say, I want it differently. I want it to be my way. But that pushing against the original creator, the ripple results of that is that the things that we create or make up turn on us. So this text reading says that the effect of the attempt at separation was to reverse cause and effect, and that salvation turns it back the other way. The miracle reverses it. It puts the cause back where it's supposed to be, and it is movement towards undoing the split. But after so much fearful dreaming, we very much fear waking up. So we're trying to avoid the call to waken, because we think it means punishment, annihilation, even more suffering. We don't believe that the undoing being offered us is gentleness. We haven't seen much of gentleness in the things that we've made. When we decide to give things up and relinquish them to the Holy Spirit, every step of the way that we choose that will be kind to us and kind to everyone. When we identify with the ego, it's just the opposite. It brings pain to ourselves and to everyone. We can't accept the responsibility of being the one who made all the horrible things we think we see in the world, because that suggests that we deserve the greatest punishment of all. But when we see that what it means is it doesn't mean anything and it has no effects, and that correction is kind and loving and never wants to punish us, we begin to gain confidence that this is indeed the way to salvation. When we are shown that we are the cause of fear, we gain confidence that we can do something about it, so that fear is no more. It's not about having control over the shape the illusions take. It's probably never going to seem that way. In fact, our efforts to control it may be always ego identification. It is a thing to relinquish and give back to God and let God give us beautiful, sweet dreams. It says our mind is sick if we can imagine a body being sick at all. And the body is released when we acknowledge, this is not done to me, but I am doing this. And this makes me think of another meme that always makes me laugh. It's the scene of Jacob from the Old Testament wrestling with the angel, and it says something to the effect of the angel saying to him, stop hitting yourself, like schoolyard bullies used to do, except it says it in biblical language, and it's just funny. I laugh every time I see it. We're doing it to ourselves. Again, the message of A Course in Miracles. And we're free to make another choice, not to control the images and the illusion, but to give that over to God, because we trust that it'll be way, 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 way better than anything we could come up with. All right, after reviewing what is salvation, found in the show notes, we go on to lesson 236. I rule my mind, which I alone must rule. I have a realm I must rule. At times it does not seem I am its ruler at all. It seems to triumph over me and tell me what to think and what to do and feel. And yet it has been given me to serve whatever purpose I perceive in it. My mind can only serve. Today I give its service to the Holy Spirit to employ as she sees fit. I thus direct my mind, which I alone can rule, and thus I set it free to do the will of God. Mother, my mind is open to your thoughts, and closed today to every thought but yours. I rule my mind, and offer it to you. Accept my gift, for it is yours to me. That seems very in harmony with the ideas in the text today. Happy practicing!